This is Sam Vaughn, First Ham Sports Report. What is schizoaffective disorder? Schizoaffective disorder is a lifelong mental health condition. Combinations of symptoms, mood disorder. Symptoms of psychosis include delusions, mood disorder, symptoms of mania. In other words, schizoaffective disorder presents as a depression, bipolar disorder layered on schizophrenia. A lot of people don't get diagnosed until they're older. For example, I was 26 when I got diagnosed. But they may have psychotic feelings earlier, but they may just not figure it out until they have a psychotic break. My story, part 7, of May of 2020. We're going to go through the years. In 2021, I was hired at Camp Bow Wow. I was COVID. In fact, like everyone, it made me nervous. We kept going back and forth. Mask, no mask. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask. For everyone, then the people wouldn't get vaccinated in some parts of the country. So go back to mask. It also depended on where you were in the country, if you had to wear the mask or not. But then it was politicized by Trump if you were vaccinated or not. I always liked working a consistent shift. That was helpful. I owe my compliment to my job coach for getting that done. I was enjoying the dogs, also getting some of my favorite dogs, Rex, Nina, and Nova, and Gus, Lana. Gus became my favorite later on. They helped ease my anxiety. These dogs, Nina has always been my friend and always been my favorite. At this time, I was having canker sores from my prestige medicine, and nothing worked to get it away. I was going home. I was working hard all fall and got back into the swing of things at Bow Wow. And October, I was still feeling pretty bad. Obviously, the canker sores were caused by prestige, but we didn't want to change the medicine yet. In November, I was getting to the point where something was wrong. I knew it. In December, it was becoming obvious that the schizoaffective had came back, which leads me into this story about schizoaffective coming back.
One of your telltale signs now is your eye will kind of twitch. You do this kind of a thing? Kind of a deal? Not blinking, just one eye. You'll just start doing this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You're intensely thinking like you're listening to somebody. Like if you were to talk to me like right now, like it's like that. It's like intense listening.
A lot of the time I will say to him, it's hard to do because I'm hearing straight voices, but I'll say, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
And I'll try to like read his lips because
like we're getting used to sign language again because
I mean
that's the only way I can almost communicate with her, you know.
Luckily I'm already a lip reader because I'm obsessed with people's mouths because it's my biggest insecurity. So luckily I can, and also I can just like read him and so he'll just
a lot of body language, breathe in and out. Now the good thing is you are pretty responsive to that. So you know, in different things where you're like zoning out, you are very responsive, which tells me that you're in there still.
Oh, I'm there. I just am bombarded by
it's just noise, right?
Yeah, but I'm totally there, and I mean there are times when I'm not there, but I feel like that's kind of when it's a mixture of the schizo with with the normal PTSD.
I've kind of just attributed it to, or just make it in my mind, like you have headphones on with really loud,
that's
obnoxious music or something that's just driving you nuts and you can't hear what I'm trying to say. Now, it's still scary because that's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
When it's usually just this quiet and it's just me, you know, that's a lot of noise in your head. So that's very concerning. You've pretty much been in this funk all day, every time I see you.
So today's Father's Day for us. And I think that definitely, like, hard things exacerbate it more, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's happening every day, but it gets harder if something circumstantially hard is happening. So, like, Father's Day for me is the worst day of the year, not because I mean, I love my stepdad and I love Danny's dad. It was just a painful day for me. Maybe I'll talk about that another time. Just for many reasons, but yeah, so today I found myself out of it all day and hearing voices all day and seeing Dad 3 times.
Where did you see him?
In our house. And then I went and looked out the window and I saw him out there. And I know he's not there.
It's very hard watching you go through this from a husband's point of view. It's very hard. And I feel bad for you. But I'm also there for you. And I'll hold you until you come out, until you can hear me and do whatever you need to for me to do for you. Because I know, just like last time, you're going to get over this. This one's just going to be a little bit more potent, I think. Because I think what's happened in this one specifically is you kind of freaked yourself out because you've been through this before. And it was scary back then. And it's scary now. But I think that makes it a little bit more potent because you realize what's going on. The last time it was going on, nobody really even knew what was going on because you were like, I don't know what's going on, so let's not really engage in this hard. However, what are we been doing that's good for you now? Got you on a new medication.
Yes.
Even though it's come with some side effects that aren't so happy, nausea and whatnot.
But we're thinking those will slow down eventually, right? Yeah, so they put me on a new medication. It's called Abilify. It's supposed to help with hearing voices and seeing people that aren't there.
In baseball, the Oriels score is 5-1. Orioles already outstarting the Royals, losing in just the top of the 3rd inning. Cardinals and Angels. Angels lead the Cardinals in the high-scoring game, especially for the Angels, 11-5, top of the 5th. White Sox, Twins, middle of the 3rd, no score. Cubs, Nationals, tied at 3, top of the 9th. And tomorrow's game at 1:20 for the Cubs and Marlins. It'll be Edwards Cabrera for the Marlins and Justin Steele goes for the Cubs. The Cubs are 15-15 as it stands right now. The Marlins are 16-15. The Marlins and Cubs start at 3:15. The Marlins play a game at 3:15 today. The last time the Cubs and Marlins squared off, which was last weekend, the Marlins came away with the sweep. Again, game time is at 1:20 from Chicago. Tomorrow, Cubs and Marlins. Right now, 3-3, Cubs and Nationals. NBA, it looks like the Warriors, it'll be the Lakers and Warriors. Warriors are favored by 8. Lakers lead the series 1-0. An important game for the Warriors as they don't want to fall back down 2-0 and go to LA. Stephen Curry and LeBron James. Stephen Curry for the Warriors to watch out for. Stephen Curry and Anthony Davis. I think LeBron James did better than Jordan. Here's a soundbite of that. Game time is at 8 o'clock. Here's a comedy of 8:10 providing the comedy. Here's 8:10 providing the comedy. Signing off, Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. Today's date is Thursday, May 4th, 2023. This is Sam.
I was like, how I can shit.
Jordan got 6 rings.
By the way, a secondary question: who would you rather see win the 5th? Yes.
Yeah,
perfect.
I like it.
Who would you want to see win their 5th NBA championship ring? LeBron or Steph? 63-37. Steph. So the entirety of that first question.
Jordan got 6 rings.
Is LeBron. The unbelievable dislike for LeBron James.
Is LeBron